welcome back to my channel yet again. Today we have another craft video for you, and we are going to be trying out a craft that I have seen on a few other YouTube channels. I'll put the ones here that I have seen it on. Today we're going to be making a Christmas centerpiece, a magic floating bucket ornament centerpiece. I'm not even sure if that all made sense, but that's what we're making today. I just thought it was a really awesome idea, and I'd never seen it before, so I really want to try to do it. So today we are going to attempt to do that. So if you're going to follow along and make this yourself, you're going to need a bucket. I'll explain this contraption in a moment. You're going to need a charger or some sort of base like such. And you're gonna need one of these little shepherd hooks or something else that you could rig instead. The first video I saw that did this used this, and I thought that was a really awesome idea. So I have two of them just so I can show you the unmessed up one. I was gonna film this video last week, but I realized that I needed to glue this down with something better than just hot glue. So I used a combination of hot glue and E6000 and duct tape. I know I'm rigging this like crazy because I realized that I did not buy a bucket that had little handles. It just has this one round handle, and I regret that because the girl that I saw do it, she rigged it and attached it to the handle, which was a lot smarter of an idea, but I didn't think about that when I was buying my bucket. So this is what I did. I just bent it at the top here and glued it down, and then I couldn't do the rest of the video because obvious reasons. I had to let the glue dry. So anyway, so I bent this all to shape, and now I'm going to spend some time trying to glue it down. The girl that I saw used a weight to hold this down, and that would have been really smart if I remember to buy one. So we're gonna struggle today, but it'll be funny, I guess. All right, to start off this craft, I needed to figure out a way to make it not fall down. Yeah, obviously. So best I could think of was this tape. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm doing, but you know what? I'm gonna make it work. You've clearly seen the thumbnail at this point. So I'm just taking the tape, and then I'm not confident that the tape is going to do that much. So I'm additionally hot gluing down the tape. If you do this yourself, I highly recommend using a better hot glue than I used. I really just use like the basic craft glue that you'd like find at Hobby Lobby or something like that. But if you have some sort of like Gorilla hot glue or something like that, this stuff won't budge. But as it is, if mine gets knocked too much, they'll fall off. Like one of them fell off already. So learn from my mistake. I decided to make this craft my own by adding this tinsel in between. This tinsel was purchased, I believe, at the 99-cent store like a couple years ago, and I've just had it in my stash since then. So it cost me like $1, and it gave me quite a bit of tinsel, and it was very thin, which worked really well for this product. So if you wanted to do a similar thing, get a thin tinsel like this. You can get it from any sort of dollar store. That's where I recommend. Almost all of my almost all of my supplies. For a girl who games, I really don't remember the word materials very well. All of my mats came from like the dollar store for the most part. The bulbs I bought at like Michael's, but you can get them literally anywhere. Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Target, I'm sure, dollar stores. It doesn't really matter. They all do the same thing. Just make sure that they are shatterproof. Okay? Shatterproof. You do not want to have this whole thing go cascading to the ground, and on top of it breaking, it also shatters glass around your whole house. That's not what anyone wants. So please do yourself a favor and only buy shatterproof ornaments. Now that that rant is over, I can give you some actual tips. So what I suggest is to make it thicker at the bottom, skinnier at the top, because you want it to make it look like it is falling onto a pile. So try not to have it like one long column. Make sure you drip it down. Start from the bottom, because if it was landing, you know, you gotta build from the bottom first. I put a few at the top just to kind of like get some skinniness up there to kind of see how I needed things to go. Obviously that's up to you, but I do recommend starting at the bottom for the most part. And then every time I did like a few, I would just weave in this tinsel a little bit more in between, and so that way it kind of peeks out. And then aside from that, I would say one of the most important things is to cover the structure, because if you have some of that wire poking out, it's going to ruin the illusion. So try to make sure that you cover all of the wire holding the frame up. So I put tinsel there in a bunch of layers because I couldn't cover the wire entirely. So the tinsel really did help distract. So I really would recommend using some tinsel. Even if it's not like a colorful one, you could use one that's like maybe just like a regular like green or something like that. But I would recommend you doing something like that at least, because it really did help me disguise my structure. This is always my favorite part. I love watching the Cricut cut my designs. I did have a lot of trouble getting this glitter vinyl off of the backing, and so I ended up just doing it with tweezers, and it worked out fine. It's not exactly recommended. You're supposed to be able to use the transfer tape. But since the transfer tape decided to fail me, this is what happened. I think the reason this happened was because the glitter vinyl was very smooth, and so it didn't really have a good surface to stick to, which is really nice. It makes the final product look really good. It was just a pain in the butt. Alright guys, so what do you think? This is the final product. I think it is really cool. I'm not even gonna pretend like this is a tutorial because I've never done this in my life. But here you go. I think it's really cool looking, and I am so glad that I picked these colors. I'm not gonna lie to you, I spent way too long on this lettering you see here, but I think it was absolutely worth the 3 hours that I spent trying to figure that out. Make sure you go show the channels that I got inspiration from some love. I'll put them in the description, as well as I'll put them on the screen. We're all just subject to the algorithm gods after all. So, you know, go show them some love and tell me what you think about this conglomeration in the comments below. Yeah, do you think I nailed it? I kind of think that I nailed it. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please click like on this video if you like this video, and check by next week. I will probably have other videos for you. They may not be craft related though, because I think Christmas is coming soon, but I'll have something cool for you next week. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.